Giant centipedes left over from ancient times. But was killed by a man with one blow. Just because he received the blessing of the nameless beetle god. And the first thing in killing a centipede. Just take his legs off. Take a bite. The taste of crispy chicken. Just before. The lizardman tribe took a break halfway through. I didn't expect to meet people from other tribes. Goblin pair left behind. Feel very happy. Because there lived a terrifying monster. But just then. He was suddenly stunned. A group of powerful lizardmen appeared before them. Looking at the elite weapons in their hands. Goblin immediately put down his stone axe and surrendered. Then he handed over the last food he had. I think it's a misunderstanding. We just want to get out of that gorge quickly. Go find something to eat in the wilderness. Clarkla is also curious. What compelled them to leave? The goblin leader pointed to the mountains behind. They used to live there. Until suddenly a monster appeared. And Clara was worried about what it was. Because he appeared in the direction they were going. The nebula watches as it happens. This is indeed a formidable monster. Giant centipede. His numbers are better than those of the lizardman tribe. And has 2 huge fangs. The Lost World is described in this way. They were creatures created by the gods before they disappeared. After the gods left here. I left them on the planet. A moment later. The goblin leader took Clara too. And Clara was shocked. I didn't expect it to be such a big monster. One of his breaths. Let the mountain shake violently. Goblin motioned them not to be nervous. This is the sound of monsters sleeping. And Clark asked. How many days would it take if we took a detour? 1 arm means at least 8 days. At this moment, Lockra frowned. Nebula could see that he was hesitating. And that's understandable. He didn't know what to do. When even the tribe members are afraid. A detour was also a good decision. What are you going to do, Clarkla? Just then. Drow on the side noticed something. I saw him staring at the boulder above. Soon he thought of a way to kill the centipede. So he's a carrot. We have to fight. Because now we have enough advantages. Original. He was inspired by the tools of a previous blacksmith. He gave the blacksmith more air than ever before. And less force. So you mean? If we use this tool. We can do it effortlessly. Generate a huge amount of energy. That tool, it's one that a craftsman took a long time to make. Drow explained that. We don't need such complicated tools. Just a few sticks are enough. The screen changes. Turns out he thought of a way to move the fulcrum. Use the principle of leverage. Move 1,000-kilogram stone over the monster. Let the stone roll down and smash it to death. It's a simple good idea. But to kill a crustacean at this level. If all the rocks hit it at the same time. There will be better results. Nebula doesn't know if he can kill it. As they move the levers, the boulder rolled quickly towards the centipede. Wait for the centipede to detect an abnormality. The boulder has come to him. Fell heavily on his celestial cover. But unexpectedly, 3 boulders failed to kill it. Just smashed his carapace. And it pissed him off. See, Clara motioned for them to speed up. Pushed down the remaining stones. But Nebula knew it was too late. It's hard for ordinary people to move boulders. Then he blessed Clara again. At the moment of gaining power, Clara alone lifted the boulder into the air. It is through the power of the flesh. Throw down another boulder. He knew that the centipede might be able to evade the damage of the boulder. So he decided to interfere. I saw Clara leap towards the cliff. Constantly build up. The spear in his hand was pointed directly at the body of the monster. Throw weapons. After being disturbed by a long gun, the centipede had no time to dodge the boulder above. After the first hit, the centipede has lost its fighting ability. And the second rock dealt the fatal blow. Nebula is also very satisfied with Clara's performance. The hunt was a success. At the same time, dialogue box prompts to hunt monsters. Your tribe killed the abominable ancient crustaceans. And the nebula is also rewarded for hunting. He wanted to grab this thing in the first place. Biological liner. Each god has resources appropriate to his realm. Although it can be created by consuming faith. But create something that doesn't exist. They require unusual ingredients. If I had this liner, I can create a creature. And organisms are belief resource generators. Spread the word of the gods through their presence. In addition, if you raise it to a higher level, he can get a career like an apostle or an incarnation. But what I don't know is his creation method the same as the previous game, and how should the nebula deal with this inner core? On the other side, Drow was looking at the monster in front of him. Then he pulled his leg out. If monster meat could be eaten, then it will bring huge supplies to their tribe. After a simple attempt, Drow is sure this meat is edible. But it still requires simple processing. Because its taste is not very good. It was then that he noticed the vanilla on the rock. If you cover the flavor with vanilla, it must taste better than before. Vanilla after a simple treatment. It really tastes much better than before. Just then, Drow asked about Clark Ella. About the heir. He believes that as a tribal leader, should find a significant other. Hearing this, Clark was also stunned. He hasn't had time to think about this yet. And Drow asked him, if you've never thought about it. And I was just as Clark was about to answer. The golden light on the side attracted him. It's a piece of metal engraved with runes. He must have fallen off the monster's back. And the toddlers just gnawed on it. No need to signal him. You can't eat this. This thing is called gold. He once saw it in his wandering life outside. It is said that even after a long time, his color will not change or rot. Yeah, inedible metal bait. More interested in delicious antelopes. Clark looked at the gold plate in his hand. Think about it. Everything will die, rot and disappear. Nothing in the world is constant. This golden cup will not rot. That is to say, the person who made this gold medal, trying to save something on it. The screen changes. Come tonight. Clara is still sitting on a rock looking at the gold medal. He knew there must be important secrets in it. Just then, the sound from the side attracted him. I saw a few bugs circling above the antelope, as if telling him something. And Clark saw it. The movements of the insects are very similar to the marks on this stone tablet. He followed the bug's instructions. Engraved with the symbol on the gold medal. Soon discovered the secret. The screen changes. Come morning. Clark immediately shared with Drow. This thing. Then Clara carved a symbol. Represents him. The other one is called the Drow. More accurately, it's a female versus a male. Put an equal sign between the two. Means to be significant to others. And that's what Clara was trying to say.